Hi, everyone. This is Michael Stone, and I'm excited about the upcoming program that Heather Ash Amara and I are doing, Being a Warrior of the Heart, the 5 portals of possibility. And we've talked about 2 of them. This is the 3rd portal, and it's called witnessing. So, what is witnessing? It's an interesting thing that happens when we meditate. We realize after not too much time of meditating that I can watch my breath. I can listen to what's going on with my emotions. I can feel my thoughts. And then I get to this point and I say, well, are there 2 of me? Who's watching and what's happening? And so it's interesting, in that split, we have greater connection. And in that connection, we have the opportunity to manage and change the things that are causing us pain, stress, upset. We can actually learn to upregulate and downregulate these emotions and thoughts and feelings that we're having. And we're going to be talking about that in the upcoming masterclass. Um, Also, another thing that it allows us, besides more regulation and ability to manage our feelings and all the crises that are coming and all the things that are going on, when we begin to do that, we learn to co-regulate. Co-regulate means, let's say that I've just meditated and I'm feeling very centered and very still, and you're listening to my voice, or you're with me and you're very agitated. Well, when we connect, when we actually connect, we can co-regulate. My energy can bring you back to a more stable place, and I can work with you and be with you in a way that that presence, that meditation kind of exudes outward, which we could use a lot of exuding outward in terms of centeredness, groundedness, being fully present in the world right now. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be talking about. But rather than talk about it, I would like to just do a meditation and experience it, because that's the kind of work that we do. We don't just talk and give a bunch of information. We want you to have an experience of these things. So let's just take a moment, just a short meditation with closing our eyes, and notice your breath. Don't try to change it, just notice it the way it is. Feel your feet on the floor, that kind of sense of grounding. Noticing that you're in a body, you're here. And whatever thoughts come up, just notice them and let them go by. You look through your body and find any sensations. And we notice any emotions. Or maybe we have a hard time feeling our emotions. Just notice that. Now, the question to ask ourselves is, who's noticing? And there are many levels of that. We could also ask, what's beating my heart? Who's beating my heart? So when we become fully present in our body and have our emotions and our thoughts and our body in alignment, we begin to notice a lot of the fragmentation, the parts that we push away, that we don't want to be with, the experiences that we don't want to have, the overwhelm that we feel in a crisis like now. With all the things that are going on in the world, it's so much. And what happens with the nervous system is, when we don't have the capacity to hold all these things that are happening in my life, in the world, we shut down parts of ourselves. The nervous system is incredibly intelligent so that we can keep on going. But there's a cost to shutting down, and we have things shut down from all the way back, frozen parts of ourselves, unintegrated parts of ourselves. So the work that we do is really to allow ourselves to be with those parts, to love those parts, which we'll talk about in further sessions, to integrate them into our life so that we can meet the world with a sense of groundedness, a sense of whole, a sense of possibility. I can regulate my emotions, my thoughts, my feelings. Now, we do that all the time, but mostly we regulate by pushing these feelings away. Let's say I feel fear. It comes up. What happens? Well, I stop breathing. When I stop breathing, I don't have to feel that fear. And if I do that long enough from the time I'm a child, not only will I be numb in certain areas of my life, but I won't have a full palette to paint life with. And ultimately, it will lead to dis-ease, because all that energy that it takes to hold parts of ourselves down, to suppress and dissociate parts that we don't want to be with, all of that causes illness if it's done for a long enough time. So what if you could just fully feel all your feelings? Fear, sadness, anger, guilt, shame, and actually just feel them. In the 5th module that we're doing here, I'll talk about how to do that, but just to be able to witness what's actually happening in my body, what's happening with my emotions, what's happening in my mind, what story is running over and over, the same story. Not enough, unlovable, can't. So many stories. And rather than living the stories are living us. So this portal to possibility, this witnessing, is where we really allow ourselves to fully feel everything, open to the world, knowing that we do have control in a way of how we meet the world and how we meet our feelings and our thoughts. So just take another moment to just feel the impact my words might have had on you. Feel your heartbeat. Feel any emotions that are coming up. Notice any thoughts. And while all those things may be going on, there's this place of just witnessing. And when we begin to truly witness, those unaccepted, those frozen parts from our past start to come up. But through witnessing, we can really be with them, which allows us to start the process of integrating them into having a whole, full, open, to have a full palette of living. So take a couple breaths with me. Coming back. So I hope that you will consider joining Heather Ash Amara and I on September 1st. You can see the link at the bottom of this video. And just thanks for listening in. Thanks for being part of the Well of Light family. I'm really so grateful for all the work that so many people have been doing. We had an amazing retreat this weekend, and just the depth of connection and how we can connect with each other in a way that creates healing, that is healing in itself through connection. And that's what we'll be doing on our masterclass. So hope you'll join us. Much love. Bye for now.